Random stuff about squirrels? You want it? I got it. Welcome to Random Stuff with Steve Robbins. Howdy do there. Welcome back to another episode of Random Stuff with Steve Robbins, where I, your host Steve Robbins, will be talking about random stuff, mostly squirrel related, due to the fact that I must keep this on a particular subject. Now today's topic, squirrels that go boxing. Isn't that right, Michael?
Yes, it is.
Squirrels, boxing, it's like bread and butter. It goes together perfectly.
What about peanut butter and jelly?
That too. Peanut butter and jelly. Squirrels and boxing. It makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just blends together perfectly.
It just blends together perfectly.
Now, why squirrels and boxing? Because I saw a squirrel boxing another squirrel the other day.
Oh. Was he practicing boxing the tree? Or maybe he was just warming up. And then
he started warming up. Like, he started boxing this, little leaf that was hanging down from a branch, and, then this other squirrel showed up. So it's like the plot of Rocky Balboa, and, they start fighting after this whole training montage. Because I was sitting on my porch with a Mountain Dew in hand, and, they were just going at it. It reminded me very much of Rocky Balboa. Who knew that squirrels knew how to box? This squirrel, he knew how to box.
I guess the other squirrel didn't have the nuts to do it.
They're probably boxing for some acorns, if I'm being honest.
It's like watching Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Maybe that's what got squirrels into boxing in the first place. They heard about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
And they decided to do it.
Why not? I'll go and I'll box some other squirrels. See who's on top. Whoever's on top gets all the acorns for the winter.
That would be good.
That would be good for the squirrel who wins.
Right. Right.
Not for the one who doesn't. There was one other reported sighting of squirrels boxing over in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Out by a river, they fell from a tree and began to duke it out. They were going all in on each other, swinging their little, would you even call them fists, Michael? Are they like
hands?
They're swinging their little
squirrel hands,
paws, whatever you call them. These squirrels, they were going at it for so hard, so long. Half of Fort Wayne, Indiana was destroyed before one squirrel won against the other. The crowd went wild after that round.
Until the fifth round with 3 minutes remaining.
One other reported sighting of squirrels that were boxing happened in Wisconsin.
I
cannot say exactly where in Wisconsin, but it was in Wisconsin. No offense to you Wisconsin people out there, but it took place in a cheese factory. These squirrels, they carved cheese acorns. They carved acorns
out of cheese. Wow.
And they thought they were real acorns after, putting them in brown
paper bags.
Paint.
Or paint.
Yeah, paint. So, yeah. They probably shouldn't eat them either way because they're covered in brown paint. But they look like acorns, so they're going to eat them anyway.
They can't resist.
These delectable-looking acorns, they couldn't handle it. They went at it. Boxing. Boom, 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 boom.
I would think
until one of them won and destroyed the cheese factory in the process. How does boxing destroy buildings, you may ask? Don't ask me. I don't know. Ask the squirrels who were boxing, if you can find them, that is.
Yeah, they may be running up trees trying to hide their nuts.
One final report of squirrel boxing comes from Florida. Anybody who's listening from Florida for some whatever reason?
Sorry.
Hope you're safe. That hurricane was quite the whopper. Anyway, squirrels in Florida were boxing and ended up boxing in the ocean. They were walking on water, boxing at the same time. They didn't realize they were on water, which is why they were standing on water.
So, did the hurricane blow them into the water?
Oh, no, this was after the hurricane. This was just a few hours ago.
Really?
Because my inside sources, which are definitely not some random dude that I found on the street who didn't look to be the brightest.
What?
Says these squirrels were walking on water, boxing, when suddenly they just start ascending out of the water and They start to glow, and then an acorn appears in the sky, and one of the squirrels right hooks the other squirrel, and like that squirrel, he falls into the water and he like sinks and ends up on the other side of the world. There was reports of a squirrel from the United States of America in China. And that is because this squirrel, he sank through the world and ended up in China. And this squirrel, the squirrel who won, got this golden acorn that descended from the sky, except this golden acorn was actually the sun, so he floated into the sun. If that made any sense.
So he sank to the bottom of the ocean and then he's in China now. Is that what I'm hearing?
Exactly. I know. This source,
Fake news.
No, this squirrel, he did this. He definitely did this.
Are you sure he didn't just dig to China, bro? I think that's the thing, bro.
I don't know. I think he just sank through the earth and ended up in China.
What?
Is China even directly below? I don't think so.
No, that would be Canada.
Canada's above us.
Oh,
what the heck?
I got my states mixed up.
States? Canada's a country.
Dude.
That is random stuff with Steve Robbins and also Michael Gooden from Good Enough.
Let's go. Yes, sir.
Hope you enjoy our little intro that we added to the beginning and the copyright music.
Sorry.
Aces High by Iron Maiden. I just thought it sounded cool. Copyright strikes ahoy.
Hey.
Fare thee well, folks.
Thank you.
Have a great day.